Majo John Madden in El Diamante, Mexico, along the east coast of Mexico between Nautla, which is south of Tuxpan, south of Tampico, and Veracruz. 2 hours north of Veracruz. And I'm gonna do a little entry about the Burning Man Festival, which I've heard about for many, many, many years. And a guy with so much hippie roots has always pined for, always thought, gee, eventually that would be amazing. I really do want to go. I just watched a 30-minute video that felt like an hour, not because it was slow, but because it took me into another world. I always thought that Burning Man was just a bunch of hippies getting high and sleeping with each other in the desert. No, that video actually never mentioned sex, never mentioned free love. I'll bet that the love is freer than lots of places, just because it's about love. It's about love, and it's about self-expression and alternative and creativity and art. It's that video, I'll include a link to that 30-minute video, is so enthralling. It's so much about art. Staggering. The goal is to take you to another world, and it is another world. A really hard world. You have to embrace inconvenience. It's hot, and there are dust storms, and everybody wears a dust mask because the dust storm can start at any time. So it's not easy. You have to embrace inconvenience. Now, that appeals to me now because for the last 3 years, I've been traveling in a camper van, just trying to get a shot of that sunset. I know there's a way to do, you've got to be, I don't know enough about the settings on my iPhone camera to make it look the way it really is. For 3 years, I've embraced inconvenience. How many people would be willing to live in a 100-foot or less, 100-square-foot tiny house with no bathroom and no kitchen, no sink, no fridge, no running water for 3 years? And I love it. The trade-off for freedom has been so stunning. I do feel ready to settle someplace for a while, and I seem to be ready because I've been settled in this spot for 2.5 months because my car repairs have stretched on and on and on. They're about to end. I think I'm going to leave in a couple days with a little luck, with a brand new, super expensive engine that's going to leave me amazingly poor the next month. Mexico, I've been here 5 months. Theoretically, your money will stretch really well, 17-to-1 exchange rate right now. But I've had massive car repairs 2 months ago and now this month. But I'm happy. I'm as happy as I've ever been. And stopping in one place has been great for me. So Burning Man, the closest thing I've come to a direct connection with Burning Man was that I was at dinner with some friends 15 years ago at my minister's home. And dinner at Hanger Hall in Asheville, North Carolina is a ritual and a prize, something that people really look forward to. And sitting next to me was a lovely young woman named Margot, who I had not met, but who lives there. Maybe still, I bet not anymore, but she did back then. And had just come back from Burning Man. And she was still in another world. She was somewhat grieving having left it because it was so special and so lovely. And yeah, she did say, oh God, the rest of the world is so uptight about sex. And that's true. The rest of the world is incredibly uptight about sex and withholding. And it would be much more natural for us to share sex way more easily than happens in the US, for sure. And so for about a couple, maybe just a month, I fantasized going for the free love. But you know, I bet that someone who was there specifically for the sex would stand out like a sore thumb, with like a creep, because that's not what you go there for. It's to create the ideal world and to love each other and to make sure it works for everybody there. That's what I want. That's what I want for all of us. So I recommend the video. It felt like a religious experience. There is a temple where people come to honor the people who have left in the last year, their beloved who have passed on. And it is a religious kind of experience. And the whole thing is a spiritual experience. Incredible costumes, incredible moving vehicles, incredible dancing, the part of me for whom dance is the highest form of worship, and nothing makes me happier. And the dance never stops in environments that are as wild and otherworldly and spectacular and beautiful as you could possibly imagine. So we'll see. 76-year-old. I'm not sure I'll ever make it out of Mexico, no matter how long I live, just because it's so wonderful here. Why would I leave? And there's so much to explore. But will I make it to Burning Man? Who knows? I'll post a video if I do. Bye.